love books and the smell of a bookstore. However, the publishing industry is really facing turbulent times where more and more bookstores are closing their doors and more books are being read on readers. With the rise of ebooks and the rise in independent authors, there are huge challenges in regards to how books are written, published, and read, making the publishing industry this week's game changer. Now, in 2011, Amazon reported that they were selling more ebooks than physical books within the US market. This month, they report the same thing for the UK. Now, the trend is really driven by two factors. First of all, it's all about convenience. Consumers have quickly learned that with an e-reader, you can read more than one book at the same time. Secondly, because of that convenience, people are just buying more books. Another reason why people are buying more books is because Amazon allows for authors and publishers to set their own prices. So now consumers like you and I can buy more than one book for under $10. And of course, major giants within the publishing industry don't necessarily like that. Now, last Thursday, there was a very interesting settlement between the Justice Department and 3 of the largest publishers who were accused of colluding to fix prices on ebooks along with Apple in order to control the industry. Now, this attempt would really end Amazon's dominance. However, the judge's decision handed Amazon the controlling share of the market, and it'll be interesting to see what happens to ebooks. And maybe we'll end up going back to 2010, where Amazon ended up holding about 90% of the market around ebooks. What will also be interesting is to see how this settlement will affect self-published authors. Before, it used to be an uphill battle to get a book proposal or a manuscript in front of a publisher and get them to read it, furthermore, get them to publish it. Luckily, technology has changed all of that. A writer who would be turned down from a traditional publisher has an array of options. If an author decides to self-publish, Amazon has reporting tools that will give them real-time sales data, as well as give them complete control over pricing, while creating a royalty structure that really incentivizes them to put their prices above $2.99. Technologies like Kindles have also really been beneficial for self-publishing authors. For example, of the top 100 selling Kindle books, 27 of them are actually self-published. But one thing has not changed. Aside from these few successes, most self-published books only sell about 100 to 150 copies. So it really puts an emphasis on the author to build up their following, as well as offer books at low prices. So the big question for publishing is, how will this industry evolve? I mean, will our future be full of small, new, interesting writers at low prices? Or will the chaos finally eventually yield to a higher pricing model where only the most stubborn and talented writers will really surface? I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to connect with me on Facebook, on Google+, or on Twitter, where my handle is The Sun Queen. I'm Janae Duane, and this is this week's Game Changer.